When it comes to drama production, there's always more going on behind the scenes than meets the eye. For the cast of The Judge from Hell, strict rules were in place that challenged the cast in ways they did not expect. Park Shin-hye, known for her incredible versatility, shared how intense her preparation was for her role in this drama. From physical transformations to emotional discoveries, the cast had to adhere to guidelines that shaped their performances and even their personal lives during filming. In The Judge from Hell, Shin-hye takes on the daunting role of Kang Bit-na, a demon with a wicked soul who possesses the body of a judge. This isn't your typical protagonist, as she's more of an anti-hero with a bad attitude, someone who's evil but still manages to be charming. Fans were really excited to see this new side of Shin-hye, especially since it's a big change from her usual roles. She admitted that the script for this drama came at a time when she wasn't sure which role she wanted to play next. So when she read it, she was mesmerized by the intriguing story and convinced that this was the right role to play if she wanted to show viewers a new side of herself. Taking on an entirely new project and exploring an unknown genre meant that Shin-hye was asked to do a lot in preparation before getting in front of the camera. The production shared that she worked hard to become Bit-na, adjusting her acting style and changing her appearance. She even took on some challenging action scenes to fully bring the character to life. Shin-hye elaborated more on this process during an interview, admitting that changing up her acting style was a requirement. We're used to seeing her in rom-coms and slice-of-life dramas where she often plays the charming love interest. This time around, she had to step into the shoes of someone who was sharp-tongued, devious, and unapologetically evil, which was no easy task. Shin-hye explained that to really capture the essence of someone so cold-hearted and wicked, she avoided crying altogether. Sharing more details on this thought process, she shared that in her past roles, her characters would often face their struggles alone, relying on inner strength and emotional resilience. But with Bit-na, it was a whole different story since she's driven by revenge and lives by the eye for an eye motto. Shin-hye wanted to make sure that this intense, vengeful side of the character came through clearly. Instead of showing vulnerability, she focused on delivering a performance that packed a punch, making sure that her character's fierce determination and ruthless nature were always at the forefront. Her character's strong personality didn't only shine through Shin-hye's new style of acting, but also through her new bold look. We're used to Shin-hye having a very light color palette in most of her dramas, as she's mostly seen wearing cute and preppy looks. In The Judge from Hell, they give her a complete makeover as she has dark red hair, bold outfits, and even bolder makeup. Explaining how she approached this transformation, Shin-hye said, "For the visuals, I used different makeup tones and chose a colorful style to contrast with my usual look. I also carefully considered changes in speech and other details to match Bit-na's personality." Clearly, she had to put a lot of thought into how Bit-na would look on screen, especially when it came to reflecting the character's dual nature, human and demon. As a human, Bit-na comes across as very timid, with her ambitions for success buried beneath a quiet exterior. Her styling reflects this perfectly: plain, simple, and a little understated, showing a character who's still hiding who she really is. But when the demon takes over, everything changes. Shin-hye explained that for the demon version of Bit-na, the look had to match the character's more confident, cunning, and downright wicked nature. The demon isn't just evil. She's got a striking visual presence that matches her dangerous personality. By using vibrant makeup, more daring outfits, and an intense attitude, Shin-hye brings out the character's dark side in a way that's impossible to ignore. Every detail, from her choice of words to the way she carries herself, is designed to reflect the power and menace of the demon, creating a strong contrast with her more reserved human form. It seems like Shin-hye was the perfect choice for the role of Bit-na, and writer Jo Yi-soo couldn't have been happier with her decision. She explained that Bit-na is an extremely unusual and multifaceted character, so she was determined to cast an actress with exceptional acting talent. It's an understatement to say Yi-soo was happy when Shin-hye agreed to go through with the project. Elaborating on this moment, she said, "I was so grateful to Park Shin-hye for choosing a script by a rookie writer that I can't fully express it in words, and I became resolute and made up my mind to work even harder on the script so that the drama wouldn't be a blemish on her reputation as an actress." Finding someone to play the part of Han Da-eun was equally tough, as she imagined him to be sometimes fierce, sometimes sorrowful, and at other times a heartwarming character. In other words, there were many layers to him, making him a tricky character to play. However, Yisu confessed that when she saw Kim Jae-young, she knew immediately that he was the type of person she had in mind for the role. Piecing all these little parts of the drama together was a tough process, but in the end, everything turned out perfectly. Just like Shin Hye, Kim Jae-young had his own set of challenges while working on The Judge from Hell, especially when it came to portraying his character Da-eun, a passionate but deeply sensitive detective. Though his character is described as a determined investigator, Jae-young revealed that it was the emotional depth of Da-eun that made the role tricky. His character has to empathize intensely with the victims he encounters, which turned out to be more difficult for Jae-young than he initially expected. In an interview, he admitted that while he naturally feels sad when watching news stories, he, like many people, often doesn't connect deeply unless something directly affects him. But in this role, he had to fully immerse himself in the emotions of others, portraying a level of empathy that was difficult to maintain. It pushed him to reflect on how people typically relate to others' suffering, making the role a lot more complex. One of the biggest hurdles Jae-young faced during filming was coming to terms with the sci-fi fantasy element of the show, the existence of demons. His character has to accept the reality of a demon possessing Bitna, and this required Jae-young to navigate a tricky emotional balance. At first, he and the director struggled with how a regular human character like Da-eun would accept and emotionally connect with something as supernatural as a demon. Jae-young confessed that this was overwhelming at times because how do you realistically react to something you can't even see? But once they found the right approach, he felt his character became a crucial link between the audience and the show's fantasy world. Jae-young also opened up about the challenges of building the right chemistry on set, especially since The Judge from Hell marks his first time working with Shin Hye. Although she's younger than him by 2 years, her extensive experience as a child actress made her the bigger professional in the room. At first, this dynamic felt a bit awkward for Jae-young. He admitted that he initially felt some hesitation about how to approach their on-screen relationship, particularly because their characters had such complex emotional layers. However, after spending so much time with Shin Hye on set, that awkwardness quickly faded. Jae-young explained that she had a way of making everyone feel comfortable, and soon she felt like a younger sister to him. Despite the pressure of long shooting hours and the intensity of the scenes they had to film together, he was very impressed by her extreme professionalism, as she never let the tiring schedule or the frustrations of multiple affect her performance. Jae-young also admired her ability to maintain her emotional balance even on the toughest days. Watching her handle everything with such grace inspired him to step up his own game, as her constant dedication helped him get through the toughest moments of filming. One of the most challenging aspects of filming The Judge from Hell was the high intensity of the action sequences. Of course, like for any other drama, the production team had applied a strict safety protocol to ensure that every stunt was executed flawlessly. The cast had to undergo a lot of physical training sessions to maintain their fitness and stamina. The most mind-blowing part about the action scenes is that Shin Hye filmed almost all of these fight sequences herself, despite having a stunt double present on set at all times. On September 18th, Shin Hye made an appearance on Yoo Ji-suk's popular talk show Tuntun on YouTube, where she shared some surprising behind-the-scenes details about her role. She described that doing the action scenes herself was pretty tiring, since almost every episode included at least one. Moreover, she explained how the stunts required not only strength and endurance, but also precise choreography to ensure everything looked authentic. Doing these fighting choreographies herself probably added an extra layer of pressure, but it also helped her connect more deeply with her character.